All right. So, has any YouTuber like myself ever made a video about this topic? Getting fired from your job while working in Germany? Yes. Um, so, I was recently fired from my job. And um, I want to make a comparison between this experience here and what I know of the experience in the US. I I really wish that I didn't have to do this, but I think it's interesting and I want to share my experience here with you. That's why we're doing this. Um this hits pretty hard. Actually, that's an understatement. This hits really goddamn fucking hard. It's the first time in my life I've ever been fired. So, yay. Um, okay. So, in the US, this is something that is taken very seriously and personally. Um, and it almost always involves a personal interaction, um, especially in smaller, like a family owned company. Um, it's quite common. Now, I may, like, this is not a blanket description. Like, I'm sure there's other ways. Um, I've worked with small companies, I've worked with big corporate owned companies. But to my knowledge, the one that hires you is the one that fires you. Like, that goes along with their job as well. And I have been in a position before where I was quite responsible for the decision to fire someone. I've never had to do it, but at the same time, I've kicked people, like me having basically a long career in construction. I've kicked people off of job sites before. And like, I had the authority to do that. So, like, I was the one that I could go tell my boss, hey, this guy's not cut for this job. I don't think he's going to get any better. I don't want to work with him anymore. Now the decision's on your shoulders. Um, so, very commonly, it will be a face to face discussion. Like, problems will be explained. Very often, problems will be addressed before being fired. Or, like, a person knows, like, hey, I've been messing up, coming in late every day, or lots of no shows, or just being able to not do the work. Um, I think a lot of times, like, a lot of jobs and companies might offer like some warnings, give you a chance, like talk to you and explain, and give you a chance to improve your work, or like, if they need you to work more hours, this will, like, hey, can you come in on extra days or something like that. But it is definitely far more personal and a lot of like face to face interactions. But not what I experienced here. I was nothing was said to me. Um, I was not scheduled for work, and I didn't know what was going on. And on my own, I went in and asked what was happening, and I was told that I wasn't needed anymore. And and then it took a few more days, and then I received a letter in the mail. Like, that's it. Just real plain and simple. And I do, I don't I've been shocked. I don't get it. It's such like the personal connection was gone. Like that was taken away. Um, it's quite obvious, I think, that there's there's a big difference between Germans and Americans when it comes to that part of it. Like in so many things. Like Americans seem to be more open and over the top, where the German in the same situation would be totally closed off, and um, you don't get such a connection. Like this really felt to me like being, imagine being married and you decide that you're done with the marriage. Like it's a legal, you have a legal contract, but it's also a personal relationship. Like you don't end a marriage by disappearing and then sending a letter saying, we're done. Here's what you need to do. Contact a lawyer, do this, make sure you're out of the house in 2 weeks. Like, you don't do that. Like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, I'm not going to understand. I will really do my best to, and I have done my best to adapt to life in Germany. But this total lack of discussion, I'm not going to understand that. Like, I had a similar problem with one of my bands a few months ago. And it was like the moment that I was upset, most communication stopped. And it was like, that's when you need it the most. Like, yeah, no matter what the relationship is, like, communication is key. So, I'm sorry that I come from a different country and having a job is still a very personal thing. So, like, I don't know. I guess this is just another learning lesson. Like, welcome to Germany. Now I get to spend more time interacting with the Agentur für Arbeit. So, I guess I'm taking this as like a learning lesson. I really hope that I'm going to do my best to make something better out of this. So, let's see where this goes. Yeah, so getting fired in America, we've all seen it in movies. Some very noticeable Jerry Maguire, Fight Club. There's a million movies. We've all seen an American get fired. And getting fired in Germany is just a impersonal sheet of paper. So, thank you for the lesson in German life. And thank you for watching. I appreciate having you here. And please subscribe. More videos coming. Maybe a bit more. At the moment, I've got a little extra. I've got a couple extra free open hours. Oy vey. Anyway, yeah, thanks again. I appreciate you watching. And bis nächstes Mal. Tschüss.